Okay, let's come to our mat to start off this session in butterfly pose. So, in butterfly pose, if you're not comfortable in actually um, just sitting here on your mat, you can sit up on your block, or you can take, can you see my pillow? Or you can take a pillow or your bolster. But what we're going to do here in butterfly pose, I'm just going to put, so our feet are joined together, and you're going to pull your feet in as much as you can towards your belly, okay? And if you find that you're sitting back, you just want to scooch forward a little bit, let those legs come down, and we're going to take the bolster just here in front. And what we can also do is take a block and just put it here like this so that when we come forward, we can rest our head on the block. So keep that nearby. We're going to start by taking a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to come forward. And we're going to stay here for just a couple minutes. So the whole idea here is getting a nice stretch in the low back and through our inner thighs. We're just here to dissolve tension today. So always remember to pull your shoulders down. And let your knees just fall and relax out to the side. Nice, easy breaths in and out. Couple more breaths. And gently take your time to come up, slow like molasses. Okay, we're going to come over onto hands and knees on all fours. And we're just going to do 4 cat cows. here. So knees separated, hip width apart. Inhale as you drop the belly down and you look up towards the ceiling, pressing your palms just nice and soft into your mat. And exhaling into cat as you pull the belly. Drop. Let's do that again. Nice full breaths. Exhale. And continue. Carve that line with the nose. And last time. And exhale. Curl the toes and under, and we're going to come here into a nice soft downward facing dog. Speaking of animals and yoga, you'll notice that dogs or cats are waking up from their nap. They'll do stretches like this. So flexible there. Hence the name downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. Now from here, let's walk the hands back toward our feet. You bend your knees as much as you want. And I'm just going to turn around front here. And we're going to turn the feet out just a little bit. And we're going to take ourselves in that transition down to a yogi squat. Now, never fear here. Your bum is not going to come down all the way to the floor. But what you can do, you could take your bolster and you can just sit like this, or you can use your block, whatever feels good. Take your hands together here in prayer pose. And same idea, if your heels kind of come off um, the mat, you can just place your pillow or your bolster right there as well. Take your gaze down towards the floor. Relax your shoulders here. We're going to stay here for a little bit because this pose really opens up the pelvic and groin area. It also relieves a lot of pressure in the low back. So you can kind of close your eyes here, relax your shoulders. And on that exhale, maybe your bum will come down a little bit further. This pose is really comfortable when we use a block or a bolster. I'm sure I could stay here forever. Just gentle softening of the eyes. couple more breaths. And gently take your time coming forward. And let's bring our knees to the mat. Keep your bolster here close to you. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to come into frog pose. Now, if you find this hard on the knees, which I kind of do, so I'm going to just quickly grab my towel here. I'm just going to lay this out. If you haven't done frog pose, it can be a little hard on the knees. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring the knees inward. And if you can see my feet here, you see how my feet are kind of flat. The inside of my foot is flat to the floor or to the mat. So your knees typically turn in. So grab your bolster here. You're just going to take it down toward the floor. And you can come without the bolster onto your forearms, if you can see me here, onto your forearms. You can do that, or you can grab your bolster and just come on down. This gives you a nice stretch in the inner thighs and groin. Now, if you don't want to come all the way down, you can certainly stay up because it doesn't really take a lot to feel this stretch. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Please comment if you can't see what I'm doing. So we're on basically on the inside of our knees and the inside of our feet. And just stay here and dissolve the tension and try and relax. This one can get a little bit uncomfortable, but just try and stay here as long as you can and breathe. And try and sink your inner thighs down towards the earth. And you can open your legs as wide as you want here. And really try to soften your upper body. A couple more breaths. And gently take your time. Once again, slow like molasses. Bring your knees together. And let's just come back and sit. We're just going to do a little bit of breath control here, 4 rounds. So close the eyes. We're going to do this inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, when we do that second and third and fourth round, we're going to pause on the exhale at 3, and then we're going to release all of that exhalation on 2 and 1. So breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4. Pause at 3, and exhale it all out 2 and 1. And just continue to do that 2 more times. Okay, and gently open the eyes. Okay, we're going to come into swan pose, or pigeon pose, whatever you want to call it. We call it pigeon pose in Vinyasa yoga, and usually in Yin Yoga, it's called swan pose. So let's just come up into our downward facing dog, and we're going to take that left leg and we're going to send it through and bring this other leg back. Now take your block once again or your bolster, leaning forward. Nice stretch in the hip. Just stay here and breathe and let that yin medicine do its magic. Now, if you find that your hip is not comfortable, you can take your block and just place it there into your hip if you like, or a pillow. Let that hip release down. Soften your fingers and soften your face. And always, always soften your shoulders. And two more breaths before we go into the other side. And pressing gently your hands into the mat, curling that toe and under. Take it back once again into down dog. And the other side comes up. And slowly take that transition down towards the floor or your block. Nice, big, slow, and steady breaths. And a couple breaths more. And gently pushing yourself up. Take your time. And let's just come around. We're going to leave our right leg out, bring our left leg in, and we're just going to do a nice quad stretch here. Now, if you want to take your bolster and bring it back so that you can just kind of hang out here a little bit and do a nice little quad stretch, you're welcome to do that. Or if you want to take it on back, you can take it on back and just rest your head, neck, and shoulders on the bolster. This stretch I really, really love. This one goes nice and deep into the quads. Always have that option to push the knee down toward the floor to go a little deeper. But sometimes we don't even need that because our quads are just so tight all the time from all of the other activity that we do. But I find it very relaxing to be able to Just lie back here on the bolster. Great time in the morning to do yin yoga. A lot of people like it in the evening before they go to bed, and that's great too. But I find in the morning heads are, our minds are more clear. We see things more clearly, so it's a lot easier to relax. Whereas after the end of the day, you might be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so much stress, but wound up, wired. It's a lot harder sometimes to relax. Okay, we're going to go back and do the other side. Come on up, take your time. I know Casey wants to go to her fit fight class or hit class, whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to take that leg in and gently come on back. If some of you don't have a bolster, it's a great, great tool, a great, great Christmas gift or birthday gift. You can get them really cheap on Amazon. I just love mine. Love it, love it. Try and relax that quad now as much as you can. Get that nice deep stretch. And remember, if you want to go a little deeper, then press that knee in towards the floor. And let's do 5 rounds of breath. And gently, 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 ever so gently, come up and bring both legs together. And give it a little shake out. Take a nice deep breath in. And take a nice, big, big, big breath out. Thanks so much for joining in this morning. I hope you're ready and eager to start your day. Namaste.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great class.